Fly up into the sky with this hot air balloon in Minecraft. Hello everyone and welcome to OMGcraft. I'm your host, OMG Chad. We are going to show you how to, I'm going to show you how to build a hot air balloon inside of Minecraft. And this can be done in Pocket Edition, really in any edition. There's no redstone or anything. You're just going to build it high up in the air so that it floats. Luckily, there's no gravity in Minecraft. I mean, except for sand and gravel, but normal blocks like wood and wool, no gravity. So your hot air balloon is gonna float. Let's show you how to build it. So here we are inside of, this is Windows 10 Edition, but it will be the same as Pocket Edition. Windows 10 Pocket Edition are the same. It's raining a little bit on the server. So this is what we're going to end up creating. A hot air balloon inside of our little world. It has a nice little area that you can stand on and look out from, and you have the balloon you can see up inside of it. It's really cool. So let's get started. The first thing you're going to want to do is find a place to build, and I've already went ahead and put a block way up here so that I wouldn't have to get that all the way up from the ground. So the first thing that you're going to do is build a 3x3 platform. Then you're going to add some stairs sort of on the peaks of each of these, sort of like in a star almost. On top of those stairs, we can vary the color just a little bit. So let's go ahead and just add a different color of wood. And then using our original wood color, we're just going to fill in the gaps. So this is where your players or yourself will be standing once this is all finished. To add a little bit of detail, we can throw on a trapdoor right here. And so that'll give it a little bit more of something so that it looks kind of nice from far away. So there we go. That's our platform we have all built. Now we're going to build the middle engine, and we're going to put down a fence post to attach it to the platform, one block, and then you can put whatever type of thing you want right here. We're just going to use, this one was made red. We're going to make this one purple. You can make that red. If you have fire tick turned off on your server, you could make that netherrack, and you could set it, on fire. But if your fire tick, or if you don't know what that means, or if fire tick is on, it might burn down your balloon, so don't set that on fire. So next we're gonna add a few, these are kind of like the strings that will be attaching it, to the balloon. And we're gonna make one set of these a little bit taller. Then you're gonna go up a block, so bloop, one block, and then this is going to be the start of your balloon. Now, in order to make this nice and round like this, here are the rules that we're gonna follow. We're gonna start off with 5, a platform of 5, and then we're gonna go diagonally 2, like this, and I can destroy these blocks or you could keep them. It's up to you whether if you want to keep the material or destroy it. And then we are going to do another 5. So we have to go over again, but then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to do that all the way around. And so remember, 2 diagonally, 5 across, just like that. Then you're going to start diagonally again. And this will create sort of a circle. Here we go. Let's make sure that we did it all right. And bam. So if you want to, you can destroy all these blocks right here. It kind of makes it a little bit simpler to look at. And if you're low on material, then you get that wool back. So once you've created that ring, you're going to do the same thing on the you're gonna make basically an X here, so you're gonna do the same thing the other direction, and then after you've done that, you're going to do the same thing crossways like this. So I'll get back with you once I have finished all of my rings, and then I'll tell you what the next step is gonna be. Okay, so I have completed my rings, so it looks like this, and you can sort of see the way that this balloon is going to shape up. Now, the next step that you're going to do is you're going to add basically one onto the top of each of these X's, and then fill in that middle bit so that you can start to see even another kind of smaller circle. And you're going to do that on every side and the top and bottom. So bloop, bloop, bloop. You're basically creating an L shape with the wool, or you are, you know, I don't know, you can think about it whatever way, but this is the shape on every single side and on the top and bottom that you'll be creating. So I'll get back with you once this is finished. There you go. Once that is done, you can still see it's shaping up, but oh gosh, how do we deal with all these edges? This is gonna have to somehow connect over here. Well, the simplest way that I have found to do this is basically the block behind this first panel here. Just go ahead and connect this all the way across. So you're just gonna kind of keep this going. We're gonna extrude this basically so that it keeps going around, and then do this to every single side. Remember, you are, you know, you're filling in this gap here. So you could go down. You can think of this as a few different ways on how you're doing it, but basically you're bringing the first step back from the panel out all the way, and then filling in that little hole, or you're just going all the way around. Is what you're doing. And remember, you do this for all the sides and the top and bottom. So this top one, this would be that next step. So you're going to bring that all the way around, and it will really start to take form after you've done all of this. Now that you've done that, you've done the first panel and then the second panel, it really is looking like the balloon it is supposed to be. You just basically only have these holes in the corners. Whoops, I fell out the bottom of the balloon. Here we go. So you only have these holes in the corner if you're on the inside or on the outside. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna come in here and place a block right there so that it makes a nice diagonal edge. And there you go. And so we're going to do this. There's only 8 of these. There's not many of these holes left. Only 4 on the top and 4 on the bottom. And once you're done with that, you have a pretty freaking awesome sphere inside of Minecraft, which is pretty hard to do. You've probably seen lots of spheres in Minecraft and lots of generators on how to make one. But hey, we just made one ourselves. And gosh darn it, looks pretty good, I would say. Now that we've made a sphere, it doesn't look so much like a balloon. It looks a lot like a sphere. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come down here and we are going to make this more balloon-like by adding on some wool and then connecting this to the top of the balloon, just like such. And then one down here, and then one down here. And then we can remove sort of this open space right here so that it looks like you actually have a balloon now attached to your hot air balloon. The next step that you're going to do is you're going to add the covering. And this is pretty simple. The way that I start is, see this middle diagonal bit? I'm go up 2 blocks. On the 3rd block, I am going to be placing a piece of wool, and I'll do that on all the corners just as a starting spot. Whoops. And then from there, I am going to fill in this next level. So you can see how it's kind of here, and then this panel right here, I am going to fill that in. And then basically, if we filled all of that in, like that, we're gonna have sort of this edge, and I'm just gonna create a triangle at the bottom, just like that. So I'm gonna do this to all the edges and see you on, get out of here, on the other side. So we're just gonna create these little triangles. There we go. It looks like our balloon is sprouting a beard or something. It looks interesting. Now what you're going to do is kind of using this as, you know, where you stop. Everything above this is going to be covered in wool, so you don't see any white. So basically, if you see any of the balloon underneath, you are going to cover it up. And so that is a pretty simple process. Once you cover each side, you'll around the edges, you'll just make sure that there's no white. So if you accidentally did something like this, you know, there's white there. So you go ahead and fill that in and do that all the way to the very top. I'm just going to do kind of this corner so you can kind of see what I'm talking about, and then fill in the top like that. And you're going to create the covering. So let me do all of that. So now the covering is finished, and we're just going to add a little bit of detail where we can. So first you're going to get some sort of glowstone or something like that. And right in the middle of each of these, we're going to pop a bit of glowstone in there just to make sure that when it's nighttime, you'll actually be able to see this thing. And then we can also put a trapdoor on that. And there you go. That adds even more detail to each of these. Then on the ends, kind of to motivate why these are pointing downwards, you can add some glowstone, and you can get creative with this. This does not have to be symmetrical. You can add some that's longer, some that's not so long. You could add even multiple pieces of glowstone in here. You could cover these with the trapdoors as well if you wanted to. Here, we'll make one pretty long. There we go. And there you go. So now you've added some decoration to the points of your balloon, and you're finished. That's it. The only extra little thing that if you want to, you can come in here and add a little bit of light so that when you look up into the balloon, you can actually see something in there. And then also so that mobs and zombies and skeletons don't spawn in there. But now you're finished with your balloon, and you can see the heights of Minecraft from the sky.
You know, on the outside of that balloon, you could make whatever pattern you want. So if you have a cool pattern, send it over at OMGcraft Show. That's our username on Twitter. Show me your cool creations, your cool patterns with the hot air balloon. Now, in order to get up to the hot air balloon, you may have to build a ladder, or I would suggest ender pearling. It's a good way to practice how to ender pearl really well. If you like this episode, please give it a like, leave a comment below, let me know your thoughts, and make sure you subscribe to the channel so you are updated on every video that we make in the future. YouTube.com/OMGcraft. I will see you in the next video. Bye.